I have this spread. Let's do this. So first, this energy will represent you, the energy that you are currently in, what you are stepping up in. This is the more of the subconscious part, like more hidden. Here the past, and this is what is on your head, in your head, and what is visible in your circumstances. Oops. Okay, let's get this one. It wanted to come, and also here. Okay, now here and also here. So okay, now for what is deep down at this level, and let's find out what is crowning you as well, your top priority. And let's also put our cards to the distant past and the probable future. Okay, it's always the probable future, because in the readings I'm talking about the potential aspects of energies. And a spirit card to guide you. By the end of the reading we will get this card and talk about it and see how it is fitting to the reading, what messages it gives. Actually, it does not necessarily, it may not fit at all. So this is the uncanny energy of the cartomancy. So let's find out now. Let's start from you first. So your first Desta card is the reverse Turan. Oh, okay, the betraying husband archetype. This Turan guy, you see the Turan betraying husband archetype came reverse. Of course, this doesn't mean a betraying husband for every Cancer watching. Turan has also other concepts with it that I will share to you. This can be also a time where things, when it comes to, for instance, legal manners, advocates or legal circumstances, something maybe is not going right for you there, or there is this distrust of a person. It may represent, like you may have that distrust of a person, distrust to a person, or maybe of a person. So some trust issues it may indicate. Or there is a person who is actually familiar to you, but they have some tricks. Playing a trick. It may represent playing a trick on someone, like to manipulate them, defraud. Maybe this is something you will likely to uncover. Now the Turan betraying archetype husband may be very actually a private life of a man who keeps it to himself and does not let you know about anything, even he's like a husband partner to you, and can also become very bad-tempered and unbalanced actually. Turan's energy can be also sometimes shrewd people abuses his energy. Okay, so here like using or being used kind of thing with the Turan. But for some of you, this is the most dominant energy here is that familiar person that can become deviously and playing tricks or manipulating. So we have the Urmia. Now we have some family problems here at the top of our head. Urmia is a family lady or a troubleshooter for family. So some maybe problems with family, or Turan and Urmia, they cannot maybe get on well. They have different interests in a situation it can represent. It can be also due to a person's like tricks and manipulation, reverse Urmia, one person can become very anxious for family matters, or may feel anxiety for their family. Actually, I think here there is something not right, maybe even down to a family person, which is making you to care for your family, it can be. Or some kind of a legal situation, it is difficult. There are some controversies to it, some bad luck maybe, you may say, that is worrying you, energy it can be. There can be also a man who is not available for love. And this is also Urmia reverse can represent like realizing this man is also not good for you, maybe. Okay, so there is some type of this person is wrong for me energy as well, it can be. Okay, what are you stepping upon? We have the tree. Oh yes, tree is the family, you see the roots. So Urmias, you want to actually stand up in a strong family, so this is actually your security as well. So Cancer, I am also repeating this in every signs reading. Now this is Taurus solar eclipse new moon, so you may expect things unfold for you very gradually when Taurus energy is concerned, because Taurus is a slow realization and it's a grounded stable sign, but actually things are not likely to unfold that much of steady. Even we have the tree here due to the Uranus quality. Now plus the tree here, we have a tree with the roots, so this is pretty much about Taurus, because it's our security, the tree with the roots, right, to the earth. So it's we can represent our material security in life, how we, you know, let our feet sink into the earth. Maybe we are sitting under this tree, right? We are resting in its shade. So here, so our Taurus themes also, finances, material security, resources, relationships, food, nutrition, regimen, personal values, they are all set to shift. Now there is going to be some check on them, and but there is something here we feel like we can rest under its, right, this greatness, but at the same time we got to ensure at this time if we have that anchor to hold on to in order to stay grounded. Or maybe when chaos comes, chaos can also do some magic for you, right, due to the Uranian quality of the new moon. So here you are in between like two thin lines, Cancer. And here we have another male figure, this time Sa. For Cancers, of course, there can be two prospective partners, but it seems that they are not doing well with the energy. Sa may represent the lover of a female. So a female energy who has two people in their life. Sa is the lover, Turan is the more of a husband in the traditional description of cards. But Sa also can be responsibilities in life and the diplomatic things, how we approach things diplomatically. Now then in the past there was maybe a situation, responsibilities, someone has failed with the responsibilities and some responsibilities needed to be taken. But due to that, Turan reverse, someone is not really well functioning in the family environment, like maybe making things a bit messed there. So it's like you have maybe something to clear up, okay? The responsibility element with the Sa is strong, because this energy usually indicates a shift in life where new responsibilities will be taken. So maybe you are at this time, in order to nourish that Taurus stamps, you may want to create new responsibilities with a person. There can be also, of course, Sa reverse, Turan reverse. I'll talk about manipulation with the Turan's energy. Sa energy can be also some intrigues and Philippanices. So actually, like a person with their actions actually harming their own target. Okay, so here this is what you may be in. Now we have the gardens. There are some social occasions here, but are we gonna attempt those social gathering gardens with? This is the card of the social. Maybe something's all of a sudden maybe cancelled here, a meeting or some social event postponed. It can be some some sudden developments which may affect that social situation or engagement, social engagement. In the past, you have the reverse fox. Oh, reverse fox energy is again the shrewd person archetype. I like the fox card in the upright position because it may actually represent someone who may help you. But the reverse fox in the readings, just next to the tree here, and the Sa reverse, there is some kind of an envy and doubt energy, or some danger which may potentially come from a cunning person, as you try to keep your eyes wide open, because this person may have their ambitious purposes. This is also tricking someone, like to achieve a goal, to approach someone to achieve a goal. So here there is some kind of a move, okay, and it's towards a tree. So there can be a person who may not have the best interest within the family or for the family. Some cancers though, well, there can be two people in your life, and some family circumstances added up. This can be really a stressful time, also maybe affecting socially here, because here I think your destination is first to ease down this anxiety for the family, or that expectation. Dust Star reversed. Oh, Dust Star is a woman character in Desta cards who works day and night, very hardworking lady she represents. But here there is some, it's like a person approaching for some personal gains, and they are like just let's say friend with you for a brief of time, and then they leave, for instance. And but this tree here standing still. You don't want to be shaken by a person's temporary actions. You maybe try to show a solid status in a situation. But reverse Dust Star again, a lot of, look, discard, 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 discard. These four cards, they all represent this calculating, shrewd energy. Okay, a person like being like a fox, and may have potentially to exploit the goodwill and some cunningness energy, cunning malignant energy. Cancer, I think this solar new eclipse is for you to determine seriously the good and the evil around you, because so much people with shrewd energy here, and it may social circles, the gardens, affect that on your mind. Now another, oh my goodness, Parsandra. Parsandra represents third people's involvement to relationships. It can represent a narrow-mindedness of a person who is putting you actually trouble by saying too much. So again, this it's like you are surrounded with some troublemakers, but of course sometimes you can be also the part of the trouble without you realizing on what you are causing there. So this is rechecking yourself, because I think it's the matter of trying to understand if you can have really that anchor to hold on to in order to stay grounded like this tree in times. And even you find chaos coming through this energy, it may cause some blessing in disguise as well. I think here all this energy will likely to bring some fast forward developments for the Cancer. Even it has a potential to clear itself out. There can be also here a person in the family who is, well, a bit that you consider maybe this is the woman who causes the anxiety, like feeding to it, but you, I think, can realize that energy easily. Now we have Asiranta, a lot of figures. Asiranta represents the mother in the Desta cards, and it talks about usually a couple who has this social and economic difficulties, and like social differences in between people, economic difficulties, which may stand as obstacles between also two people, but they will always overcome. So it's I think you are really trying to find a balance in relationships here. Asiranta can also represent a family person, someone from family, a relative, mother, aunt, okay, paternal, maternal, doesn't matter. But there is something with that family figures, I think. You have both. Urmia is also family oriented. So maybe it all comes down to this female figure in the family. Oh, we have the tomb here. So there can be some endings and conclusions you will find. A very instant closure or an ending of an ongoing debate or a process between maybe family members, also your private life involved, but it can be so instant. So maybe it also feels like people are brought together in an occasion that they do not really willing to maybe participate because they have actually some problems with each other. Again, Sunit, you see the amount of the court cards are very big. Sunit represents the relationship. Again, your relationships in general is really taking shape with the other people, especially a strong influence with family members. But Sunit can also represent with the reversed fight and quarrel, which may cause a breakup in a relationship, or an opportunist person who is destroying the balance among maybe other people, and it may also represent the first marriage that has ended or will likely to end. I feel you, Cancer, you try to determine your way. It's like there is a different voice coming from everyone around you. At the top of your head, we have the cross reversed. You believe that there is a higher power in the situation. The higher power in the situation, of course, do not consult us while moving, and that higher power maybe is making you realize what to avoid in order to make avoid from not making mistakes. I think here there is a particular prediction energy in you, in which you are likely to see what will be the next thing for a relationship dynamic between people, and how you can avoid like the most damage of it. Yes, and avoiding from things which are not gonna serve you in the long run. Yes, we have the ruby reverse. This is about like a separation of bedrooms between two people. A love affair which has had a peak. Now it's like conclusion. So in general, it's like you had this passionate thing, but it's no more that kind of thing. Your passion towards something, or that, I think it is like coming to an end, and maybe this is going to be visible. You won't be participating in a social occasion. You are also here by using maybe your actions and even body language or communication way, giving a signal that something has ended, maybe ended for you. Yeah, there are some conclusions here, Cancer. You are reaching definitely, and you want to have the maximum benefit, the less trouble for it. Of course, this Taurus energy will pretty much check our security system, and even we go through turbulent times to make sure that the card here is telling about all. We have that anchor, like the roots of a tree, to stay grounded. So in this mini chaos here, to stay grounded is really something to be appreciated, and to stay grounded is the spiritual practice of this time, because it's the Taurus energy. And from that, of course, if there are some closures for you, every closure is a new beginning, and the ultimate message of this eclipse actually to embrace something new. Maybe the energy is making you see a situation cannot go on like this. You are seeing some results, and like brought up with a fast forward energy. It's like you are brought to the finality of a final scenery of a movie, but it passed so quick, kind of energy it may create, and in the end it will all come down to like you look at it, you look at your circumstances and deciding if all these gonna align me to what I wanna become in life, or how I wanna move forward. We have the badass energy. Now these are the spirits that we pick by the end of the reading. They are supposed to give us some messages, and we have the badass. Usually talks about all the mishaps we go through, is actually not to break us, but it was they were there for to make us stronger. There is a here Cancer, I want you to be patient around this solar eclipse new moon. There can be some, yes, controversies there, but they are not to break you. They are to test you. This is gonna like test our ability to get back on our feet, like this tree here being rooted. Of course, trees rooted, but when the wind comes, they bend, right? The leaves, because if they do not bend and show flexibility, the wind will break them. So this is not about being rigidness or standing like, you know, it's actually to able to bend sometimes. So at some point you may be also seeing you are showing flexibility with your also actions being in harmony. Balance is a very key point at this time. You will definitely need that. And it's like the badass energy in the end asks us when we make the test, pass through the test, you know, he asks us, what you want from me now? Like, what reward you wanna have? It's the ultimate energy for things arriving and passing, like these waves to the shores. So a wave of circumstances which is gonna make the movie go very fast forward for you, and with like this tree you try to sit there tight. The security elements will be definitely tested there, and yeah, this can be your rare cosmic moment, and you're gonna really see how this energy will be effective in the next years to come, also months. Of course, you are not the passive watcher of your circumstances. You are the active participant of it. And through this, I think you're gonna feel that it is actually to build you up. Okay, strength is definitely needed. Too much figures, too much court figures, a lot of people here. Also, you know, it can also take place in a group dynamic, because if it's a group dynamic, like you may be also finding yourself like socially ending something and seeing actually you don't have any passion for it, but like continue to evolve and convert this energy in a different form maybe. So definitely a big check from the cosmos. Thank you so much, Cancer, for tuning in. Speak to you soon in the next readings. Ciao for now.